What's it called? Say it again.
Filmizon.com.
Filmizon.
Yes.
Okay.
And basically, the premise of my site is, well, one of the premises of my site is interviewing interesting people, be it musicians, actors, composers,
all right,
and asking them one of the movies that has influenced them in their life.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I don't know if you have something off the top of your head.
Absolutely.
And he's interviewed...
I've interviewed Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, and I was shocked to hear that his favorite was Casablanca.
Casablanca is a very good movie from
Sharon Osbourne.
I have quite a few movies that I love, and for different reasons. Everybody loves The Godfather, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And if people ask me what my favorite, gangster picture is, I'm going to have to say The Godfather. If people ask me what my favorite romantic comedy is, I'm going to have to say The Godfather. If people ask me what my favorite sci-fi is, it's The Godfather. I got to meet Robert Duvall. Wow. And I was doing a sound check in Shelburne County, Nova Scotia. And he came in because he was shooting the film The Scarlet Letter with Demi Moore at the time, and they were shooting it in Shelburne. I was in Shelburne County, and I was just playing at this big club, and I see him. I'm doing sound check, so I just walk up to him and I gave him one of his lines, which was the famous scene with the horse's head in The Godfather. Everybody remembers that. Well, the night before, he's trying to convince the producer to put their guy in the movie, right? And of course, the producer didn't like the guy because that kid will never be in a picture, And so he said, well, thank you for dinner, and I admire your pictures very much. So I grabbed his hand and went, I admire your pictures very much, which is one of his lines, So he just said, get out of here. I said, that was a good movie. He goes, that was a great movie. So, I mean, The Godfather is,
tough to argue against, right?
Well, no, it's one of the best movies. I mean, the story and the fact that, the way they did it with 1 and 2, 3 was, sort of, it was okay. I mean, but a little misunderstood, but it's okay. It was a little bit more realistic, actually.
The second story, especially.
The second
going
story,
back in the history of New York.
That's how the book starts. If you've ever read the book, that's where the beginning is. Like, you start from Vito Corleone. His name wasn't even Corleone, Andolini or something, right? And so he goes to Italy. Yeah, to the USA. I'm Italian. I'm an immigrant. I came back over as well. So it was the whole thing, you're coming through, and so I mean, I got it all. Being poor, we had to start off. My dad wasn't a mobster, like that, But so I
any horse in the bad stories in your family?
Hey, what's that?
Any horse in the bad stories in your family?
There's no bad. In my family, pretty typical Italian. They'll argue over anything, over a dirty look, But that's about it.
And then eat about it after.
And eat about it. Oh yeah, and then they go, oh well, I didn't mean anything by that, But so The Godfather is one of my favorite movies. But I do like. There's quite a few movies that have made actually an impact on me too, just by watching it as a kid. I remember watching a lot of black and white movies, just anything like that. I remember Boys Town with Spencer Tracy and Mickey Rourke. Great.
So the old crime.
That's a real story, the Boys Town, about a boy's orphanage.
So old crime movies, old film noirs, anything like that all speaks to you?
Oh yeah, I like a lot of the old movies. Some of the movies like Witness to the Prosecution. I remember that, and of course there's just movies like Harvey.
Of course, yeah.
You guys must know the movie Harvey, right? I mean, there's words to live by from that movie. Many words to live by. One of them is when somebody would say to him, "Can I help you?" When he was wandering in a store, he goes, "Well, what did you have in mind?" or like, "It's a beautiful day." It goes, "Isn't it a beautiful day today?" He goes, "Every day is a beautiful day." But there was one of the favorite. What's that favorite line that we used to have in that movie?
Let's get the facts straight. That one.
Oh yeah. Well, she was saying, "Oh, he's crazy," He's always talking about a 6-foot rabbit. He goes, well, let's get the facts straight. He's 6'3". That's a beautiful movie. I used to be able to quote.
Nobody comes into a bar with anything small.
Yeah, nobody ever comes into a bar with anything small. We watch it and we just love that movie. And seriously, that's a great movie for anybody to watch, especially if they're feeling they're not feeling great, right? They're feeling low. People who have sort of hard time coping, you know, the reality is like, what the hell? Why not a 6-foot rabbit? A 6'3". Sorry, let's get the facts straight. I love that movie too. I love good people like that, and you know, I like them all. Then, you know, if you want to think modern, what I think is modern is, you know, maybe Johnny Depp and Dead Man. You know, like, I love that movie. You seen that?
Yeah.
That's great, yeah.
The early Johnny Depp, you can't argue with. Every early Johnny Depp movie is entertaining.
Oh, it's great. I mean, Johnny Depp's just a great actor. You know, I mean, to me, he's still one of the new ones. You know, that sounds weird, but
Well, that's, you know, I look at it the same way. You know, when I say I love a great modern movie, I'm talking about Usual Suspects. And when you think about Usual Suspects,
that's a good movie. Yeah,
it's 20 years old now.
I know, right?
It's hard.
That was a really good movie with Kevin Spacey was in that one.
Yes,
right?
he was. Yeah, he won the Oscar.
He was the guy. He was the guy telling the story. But and it turns out, you know, I won't spoil it for people who haven't seen it. But you know, we could talk movies all night. I mean, I really can. Some of the great movies were some of the foreign films. I like some foreign films. Some of the Italian ones, like El Postino, is a beautiful movie, and of course, Cinema Paradiso. Have you seen Cinema Paradiso?
It's a classic. Yeah.
That is beautiful, you know. I mean, and it breaks your heart. You know.
How about Johnny Staccato?
Johnny Stacchino.
Yeah.
That's with
Roberto Benigni.
Roberto Benigni. Yeah, that was okay. You know, I mean, Roberto Benigni did some. Well, you know, of course, he did Life is Beautiful.
Everyone remembers that one.
Of course. Well, it won the Oscar.
Yeah.
But the other thing, you got to turn the amp off. Okay. Sorry. Have you ever seen Down by Law?
No.
I've heard great things about it. It's out on Criterion. I have not watched
Jim
it yet.
Jarmusch.
Yes.
You can watch the whole thing on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Oh, you must watch it. Tom Waits, John Lurie, who's a musician as well,